Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheney180, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SDCC exclusive Storm Collectibles Hot Ryu figure. Initial impressions of the figure, it's pretty cool. I'm not exactly too familiar with this version of him, but seeing as I haven't played the game all that much. But I dig it, it's cool. I mean, I like variations on, characters and whatnot. Let's go ahead and take a closer look here. So this isn't the stock face that he comes with. I'll go ahead and pop that on. So here's his stock face, and as you can see, it everything looks pretty good. The paint apps look pretty decent. Sculpt is nice. This one seems a lot more solid than the recent or the normal Ryu that we got. You can see all of that nice sculpt work in there. I think that was pretty much redone from the old one. And I think the chest is pretty much the same, except we've got some scarring there. We do get a new sculpt here for the bicep. Got these new gloves here. Got Band-Aid on the toe. Some rips. Some torn pants. Not too bad. Looks pretty cool. So he comes with a whole bunch of stuff, which is cool. I mean, the price point and all the stuff you get is pretty decent. So he comes with this face right here. And I like how they went with the gloss for the eyes to make them shiny. As you can see, he's got his beard that he's rocking, and he looks angry. And then right here, he's screaming. Decent paint work for the most part. Nothing too off. Nothing that's sticking out to me, at least. And then we get a set of fisted hands. We get this set of, I guess, stylized posing hands for grappling or whatnot. And you get these hands as well. Then you also get these hands, and I think these are the ones you're probably going to be using more than anything else for the effects. You also get these electric effects that are, it's interesting. They've got little peg holes there, so you can peg them in. They're really, really tough to peg in and peg out, so I don't know, you can kind of just stick it on there without having to peg them. It's not that big of a deal. Then we get this charging Hadouken here, which is pretty cool. I haven't tried to put it on the figure yet, so we may attempt that. So let's go ahead and get into articulation here. The head is pretty much the same as the other. I mean, even the top torso here is, rubbery, soft plastic. But what I do like is that you don't get any discoloration between this soft plastic here on the top and this hard plastic here on the lower torso. Everything looks pretty uniform, pretty decent. I enjoy that. I think that's awesome. So the head goes back about that far, goes down about that far. You can pivot it from side to side, turn it like that. You pretty much get it however you want it for the most part. And, this soft plastic here kind of works to make it look more organic. And then he's got these ball joints here in the shoulders, which allow all kinds of motion. He's got a hinge in the shoulder, too, to bring it up about that high. And it rotates all the way around. You can use that as a butterfly joint. You can get some extra there, some extra there. You can get a bicep swivel. Double hinge elbow, it goes about that far. And then you've got, it's real similar to the last Ryu. You've got this ball peg in here, and then this hinge on there. And then that just pegs right back on. Just like that. Now here, it looks good, and it gets a little tricky because this is that soft plastic, and it tends to bunch up. But, I mean, he can bend down about that far. Oh, yeah, see, that's what happened with the last Ryu. So don't push it too hard or else it'll pop off. So as I mentioned here, you've got you can already see it's bunching in the legs, but you can maneuver around it. It's not that big of a deal. You can just twist it around there. So yeah, it crunches down about that far, back about that far. And the legs go out about that far when things aren't bunching together. You can get his leg up about that far. You do get a thigh swivel in there a little bit. Double hinge knee. You do have some pivot there for the lower leg, and then a little bit of an ankle pivot there, and then a hinge that goes forward and back, and you get this toe hinge, which gives you about that much motion. Now it's really not all that different from the original Ryu, but if you have to have everything, or you're a big fan of Street Fighter, then it's definitely a must. And then this also comes off as well. And getting everything back and straight is always a tricky part because all these rubber parts for me. So here he is next to normal Ryu, and as you can see, there's not too much of a difference. And here he is next to Storm and Bison, or Vega, whichever you want to call him. All in all, it's a pretty decent figure. Let's see if I can get this on here. I shouldn't have much trouble. You can kind of just wedge it on there. So as you can see, it wedges in there pretty well. You can kind of manipulate it however you want. I didn't get it like completely flush, but the hands are nice and soft, so you should be able to fit it in there. And then I fit the electricity around there. What's cool is you can take this and you can utilize it on the normal Ryu as well. So I like it when companies do that, when you can take a new accessory, put it for a figure that maybe you wanted, maybe you didn't want, and it kind of adds to the original Ryu. I'm not disappointed with this figure, actually. I hadn't messed with it too much before we started the review, but ever since I've been messing with it, I actually like it a lot more. He also comes with this display base here that we've been fairly used to with most of these Storm, or all of these Storm releases. So yeah, I think there's a few sites that have them available currently if you weren't able to make it to San Diego Comic-Con. So check those out, and this is a must. I mean, I would recommend it if you're into the Storm line. This is definitely a must-have. It's something that you probably should have in your collection. Would definitely recommend it. With that being said, that about wraps it up. I'm Cheney180. Thanks for watching, and take it easy. Peace.